Hello, first grade. I'm Miss Green, and today we're going to take a look at your math lesson for this week, Understanding Shapes. Before we get started, there are a couple of vocabulary words that I want you to be aware of. One of them is the word attributes. Now, attributes is another way, a fancy way of saying characteristics. Or when we're talking about shapes, we're going to describe those shapes. What do those shapes look like, the characteristics or the attributes of that shape? Some of the attributes that we're going to describe are going to be a corner, a point where two or more lines meet. I want you to stop right there, look around the room that you're in, or think about your classroom and the walls where they meet together. Two lines meet together and they make a corner. Find a corner in your house and just look at it. That's the two walls. That's what we're talking about here, a corner. Then you have side. A side is a line that is part of a shape. For example, if we look at my terrible drawing of a hexagon, we will see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines in that hexagon. A line, part of a line in this shape. When those two lines meet together, they make a corner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 corners, or you might hear another fancy way to call a corner. It would be a vertice. This is a rectangle. The name of this shape is a rectangle. A rectangle, some of the attributes of a rectangle would be that a rectangle has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Another characteristic of a rectangle would be that a rectangle has 2 long sides and then 2 shorter sides. So 2 long sides and 2 shorter sides is another thing that we could say, another attribute or characteristic of a rectangle. This would be a rhombus. Now, I have some people that call it a diamond, that look like a diamond, but this is a rhombus. Now, the definition for a rhombus is a shape with 4 sides and 4 corners, and all the sides are the same length. So, if I look at my rhombus, it would be all the sides are the same length. We have 4 sides and 4 corners. A square. Now, the thing about a square, it's going to have 4 sides and 4 corners, and all of the sides are the same length. That's different from the rectangle, because remember I said the rectangle had 2 long sides and then 2 short sides. So the difference in these two shapes, a rectangle and a square, is that the square, the sides are all the same length. Here we have a trapezoid. Now, a trapezoid is, the definition of a trapezoid is a quadrilateral with at least one pair of parallel sides. So, parallel sides means they run together. Think about railroad tracks, train tracks. The train tracks run together, right? They don't cross up like this. They run together. So, on this trapezoid, this side and this side are parallel sides. It also has 4 sides and it has 4 corners. You'll see that these two sides kind of angle in a little bit. Well, if we were to draw those lines, eventually those lines would cross up. But these parallel lines would never cross. They would never cross each other. The last shape we're going to look at is a triangle. A triangle has 1, 2, 3 sides, and it also has 3 corners. Now, a triangle can look different. Not all the sides have to be the same length all the time for it to be a triangle. It just has to have at least 3 sides and 3 corners to make it a triangle. As you work through your lesson book for this week, you're going to continue to look at the different attributes for the shapes that we're talking about. You can also practice in your workbook pages. This is our practice and problem solving workbook. You'll work through here, and I know that we have your teacher has assigned you Lessons on iReady, the teacher assignments. Now, you'll see that when it pops up. There'll be, I can't remember what color it is, but you have teacher assignments, and those all have to do with our shapes for you to work through those. My suggestion would be that you work through those iReady, on your iReady, and then you come back and maybe take a look at your workbooks. Remember to contact us if you have any questions, and just know that we miss you so much. And wash your hands.